Here we go, folks. As you can see, you've got Mike and Bill with me again tonight.
Yes, sir, old buddy.
Yeah, welcome to the Let's Go Fishing show, and I got my two premier guests here with me, and glad they can make it.
Always good to be back here, son.
Yes, sir.
With old Steve and Mike, it really is always good to be with y'all.
Yes, sir. Well, I want to say hello to Dad. Yeah. And Mike, I know you come by there and aggravated him a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I know you did. I can tell. Anyway, say hello to Polly and to Gay. Gay's home this week, Bill.
Yes, she sure is, son. She's been a lot of help to me.
Yes, sir. I'm going to tell you, folks, I got privileged yesterday afternoon. Got a phone call there, I don't know, first of the week, I guess it was. Bill invited me and Sherry up to a big fish fry.
We had it then.
Yeah, Mike, he couldn't get there because he was working, but I'm glad he didn't because, man, I ate them fish. I ate his part and mine too. Buddy, we had a fish fry there yesterday afternoon, I'm telling you, and Gay fixed and all the fixings, and Paul Harrison's wife, Karen, she brought a big banana pudding.
Oh, son, yeah, buddy.
I'm telling you, Bill, we had a meal.
We had a
Yeah, that's what we had, Mike. Walleye and banana pudding, buddy. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Man, it was delicious. It had the beans and everything, potato casserole, slaw. I mean, whew, man, I'm still full.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Oh, buddy,
yeah.
We had it. But anyway, Bill cooked them things up, and me and him was sitting as he was taking them out. Grease.
Yeah, we was pretty well full when the meal started.
Yeah, we sure was. I'm telling you, it was delicious, man. It really was, and had a great time, and I really appreciate the invite, it was great. But anyway, the big thing is Bill, you and Paul caught them walleye out there at Dale Hall.
We certainly did, son. We had 6 bags apiece. And we caught a total of 21 walleye and 5 big black-nosed crappie. And that's what we had yesterday afternoon. And we had all kinds of fish left over. You won't believe the fish we had left over. In fact, about it, I brought on Mike a big bag tonight.
Right. I hear you. Yeah, I'm sure Mike took them, didn't he?
Yeah. I even fed my sister. Tonight also.
So, yeah, yes, sir. I told everybody, I said, man, the thing about that fish when it's left over, you can put it on a bun and make the best fish sandwich ever was.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. I'm telling you.
Me and Paul had a good trip. We, like I said, 21 walleye in 3.5 nights, and the biggest walleye we had, Paul caught it was about 6 pounds 3 ounces, and we had a lot of 17 to 22 inch walleye that made the mess come out just right.
Yeah, yes, sir. I hear you. It was just delicious. I mean, them things was cooked up was perfect and everything else, and the good fellowship we had with everybody. You got to meet Paulie's brother.
Thing. That's
yeah,
right.
Sure did. Cotton and Paul and Karen were there, and 2 or 3 other people I got to meet. And
yeah, they all family. They were all family to me and Polly, and
yeah,
they've been awful good to us.
Yes, sir. You all been good to us, and we really enjoyed it, and but that was great. We got film we're going to show tonight. We didn't have the cable for your camera. Yeah, we do. Okay. Anyway. Mike's got some crappie film on his camera and some bass film, and I got a bunch of bass film on my camera, and I need to get it run off.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
yes, sir.
I think me and you's in a trip or two, and me and Wesley's in a trip, and
yeah.
And so we're going to show that first, and I think it starts around October the 7th, somewhere in there, and. Last week we showed that little day trip where I took Wesley and his school buddy, Colt Miles, down to the watch bar, and they fished, you know. So anyway, we're going to start out there back up on Norris, and I got some standings for the FLW, top 6, and some other names there on down the list. Some people that's from around here that we all have heard of at some point in time. But anyway, we're going to go to that film, and while we're doing the film, Mike and I are going to fill that aquarium up, and he's going to show us how this free lining works. Ain't you, Mike?
No, that's up to you.
Yeah, well, I thought that's what you said. Yeah, I was counting on you having it already. So anyway, Mike's got crappie fishing on his mind, Bill.
That's right. I done heard about them crappie though.
Yeah. Him and Tony Gallagher went last weekend and had a big bag of crappie, and so yeah, Brad, it's on. You know, we had to put everything up but the minnow bucket.
Here's the whole thing about it, Steve. I cooked all the walleye I had, so from here on, Mike's got to furnish me with what little crappie that I'm going to eat from here the rest of the winter.
I agree, Bill, 100%. So anyway, Dylan, if you're ready, start the film, and I don't know how much we've got, folks. We're just going to show it till it quits. So bear with us. Fish. Okay. Well, you know, it'll be a pretty decent night. May get a little rougher on towards the first of the week, so we're going to try them out here tonight. Give them a shot. So, Wes, what do you think, Wes? You ready?
Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah, it's dark. All right. So, we're throwing jigs and going to darken up on our trailers a little bit and see if we can get these fish to cooperate. We may be all over the lake here for the night's over, trying to get out of this wind. But remember our sponsors, folks, and stay tuned. We hope to get fish on the line, and remember, it's Let's Go Fishing. So we're going to get out here and see if we can try them, get a bite. And hope to be back with you shortly with a fish on the line. Wes, I'm all excited. So let's get a fish on the line. All right, we're going to get started.
All right, first fish, little one.
All right, well, we got to get started somewhere, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take that right there. That's a starter on the watermelon.
Yeah.
All right, back in the water.
Move.
All right, folks, old Wes is laid down on me. There's my second fish. Not a giant by no means, but a nice fish. Get him back in the water and get another. Okay. All right, folks, there's fish number 3. Pretty good fish right there. Nice fish. All right, we're going to get him back in the water, see if we can get another. Let old Wes rest back there. All right, back in the water you go, buddy. There he goes. All right. All right, folks, there's another good fish. The bite's been slow tonight, and I've missed 4 or 5 fish, but been slow. And that's a pretty good fish right there. That's the best one I've got in tonight. So we'll put him back, see if we can get another one. Yeah. All righty. All right, folks, there's another good fish right there now. Get my shadow out of his way. Good fish right there. Chunky, I mean, he's a dandy. All right, back in the water we go. Here we go. All right, we're going to see if we can get another one. All right, he still thinks he's hooked. Come back up and jumped again. All right, here we go. Okay, folks, it's Tuesday night. I'm up here on North by myself, and Wes had to go to the doctor tomorrow, 2 different doctor's appointments, and he couldn't make it. But there's my first fish, and I'm going to lay him back on the dip net, and you look at him. He's a good one. Yeah, boy. Dandy fish. Just too pretty a night for me to stay at home. This moon out. Sure, he said go ahead. just be careful. So I'm being careful. Right there's dandy. Folks, remember the sponsors. We're going to stay up here, try to find some of these fish. And like I said, I've been here about 15, 20 minutes. There's my first fish, and we'll get him back in the water. And remember the sponsors, and let's go fishing. Let's hope we can get a gang of them right there. All right, folks, there's another pretty good fish right there now. That's number 2. I've missed 3. Had them hooked and they come off. So there's the second one I've got in the boat. We'll put him right back. Try to get another. There you go. All right, folks, there's a number 4. A few casts later, got number 4 there. Pretty fish. Pretty fish. All right. Let's get him back in the water. See if we can get another. There he goes. All right, folks. I've got something on here now that I don't know how big it is. And I'm pretty sure it's a cat. But man, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I just don't want to lose my jig. Man, he's a whopper, whatever it is. And I'm pretty sure it's a cat. I'm going to try to get a few winds on him here. He ain't never come up off the bottom. He's down there on the bottom. Man, son of a gun, he knocked the fool out of that thing. About took the rod out of my hand, I'm telling you. And I don't want him to get under the boat. There, he's pulling some drag. I don't know. I just want to get him up here and try to get my bait back. Yes, sir. Don't want to lose that jig. Don't have many of them left. Son of a gun. Man, oh golly bum. I hope I don't have to run him down with the trolling motor. Boy, did he knock the fool out of that thing, I'm telling you. I got to clear a path here. If I ever get him up here at the top, I've got to get my bait back. Oh, Lord. He don't want to come up off that bottom, I'm telling you. He's right back down there on it again. Come on, bud. Run yourself out here and wear yourself down. Dadgummit. Come on up here now. Got the camera in one hand and the rod and under the arm. Under my arm. Keep him from pulling that rod out of my hand. I gained a couple of cranks on him, man. I don't know. We might get him up here in a minute. Then I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Oh, yeah, there he is. Just what I thought. Dadgum, your hide. Yeah, boy, I want you to look there. What a dab-lame catfish. Golly, bum. Man, you talking about a bite. I mean, he knocked about knocked that rod out of my hand. Come on up, buddy. All I want's my bait back, and you can go back down there where you come from. There he is. Man alive, yeah. Golly, bum, what a mouth on that rascal. But boy, get a little more light on him here. Get him in the camera. All right, I've had him up twice, and he's went back down. Yeah, come on up here, buddy. There he is. Dadgummit, what a head on that rascal. Hold on now. Don't break my line. Just ease up here, and I'm going to turn you right back loose. Got me? That's all it'll take right there. Just hold still. Oh, he's got that jig swallowed plumb down in. I want you to look there. What a catfish. Golly, bun. Ain't no need me trying to get that little old net on that rascal. Man. Goodness gracious. I mean, I'm gonna have to. He sucked that thing in. It's probably halfway down his belly. Come here, buddy. Hold on now. Come here. Dadgum, yeah, just what I thought. I'm gonna try to get him in that net, so that I can get him up here and get my jig back, 'cause it's down in his mouth pretty good. I don't know if I had Mike here, I'd let him lift it. All right, I'm gonna cut the camera off and get this rascal up here and see if I can get my bait back. All right, folks, I've got that rascal off of there, and I want you to look. What a dang fish. And I had to put my hand plumb down in his mouth to get that thing out of there. I mean, I want you to look here. What a dad blame catfish. I can't get him far enough away from me to get a picture of him. It's gonna cause me to drop my camera in the water. Get out of here. Right there he goes. Man, what a dang fish. Whew. He's wore me out and him too. Maybe I'll get him back down in the water. I got to get the blood off my hands first. Son of a gun. All right. Yeah, got to get the blood off my hands. All right, we're going to get cleaned up here and retie my bait and see what we can do here. I believe he's gone. Finally. All right, folks, I think that's number 5. I believe it is 5 in the boat. Missed another one. So missed 4 and got 5 in. Plus the catfish. So we back at it. We're going to get this one back in the water. Nice little fish. He's not a giant by no means, but he sure is healthy looking. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's ready to go. Number 6 in the boat, folks. I believe that's what it is. Number 6. I've missed 2 more fish, so that's 6 I've missed and 6 I've caught. I had all them other 6 hooked, but they just got off, so we'll get him back in the water and see if we can get another. All right, folks, there's number 8. Pretty good fish right there. Pretty good fish. I caught a small one there and didn't even bother to film him, and then got that good one right there. That's a good fish right there. Nice one. Boy, he's healthy. I mean, a dandy. All right, back in the water. There we go. Get boy. Well, I think that makes number 10. I had number 9 on. He jumped off here at the boat, so I believe that's 10 in the boat. I've caught 4 or 5 fish right here off this one point, so they're in here. Just got to stay with them. All right. There you go. All right, folks. That's the first one of the dang lens is fogged up. Hold on a second. All right, folks. Wednesday night, getting late, or a little later start than what we expected, but anyway, Wes and I are up here on Norris. I think today's what, the 12th?
Yeah. Okay,
there's our first fish in the boat. We've had a couple of bites, and Wes had 2 or 3 fish on, but didn't get them in. So we'll get that in back, and remember the sponsors, folks, and let's go fishing. Wes is on fall break here, he said, so he had to come fishing tonight.
Yeah.
All right, Wes, get after it, son. Let's go. All right, folks, Wes got another fish right there. Pretty good fish this time.
I can get that.
There you go. Turn him around sideways, Wes. All right.
Tail there. What's wrong with
Yeah, he's been down there fighting with something.
Yeah.
Okay, get him back in the water there. Good deal. That's a pretty good fish.
Yeah.
All right, let's get another one, bud.
Right.
All right, folks, there's another fish. Wes let me catch one. So, he's small fish, but anyway, we'll take him, get him back in the water, and get another. All right, Wes, now you can catch one.
All right, there's the third one? The fourth one or
The
something?
third or fourth, or, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get him back in the water.
There he goes. There he is.
Get him off there, Wes.
It's the fifth one now?
Yeah, we had several jump offs.
Yeah.
All right. Get him back in the water. Say we're about out of battery power.
Yeah, just about it. All right.
Okay. All right, folks, there's another fish. I don't know how many. 5, 6, somewhere in there. We've got to the boat. 2 or 3 that we didn't film, the small ones, but pretty good fish right there. We're gonna get him back in the water. All right, let's go. Well, I don't know where that shadow's coming from. There's another nice fish, folks. Yeah, boy, pretty fish. Joe is. All right, back in the water he goes. Yeah. All right, got another one on the very next cast, folks. We're up here around Dollar Island, and Wes is laying down on me taking a nap, but that's all right too. We're get back up here directly and get him started. But very next cast, caught another fish there off the point there. We'll put him back and see if we can get another. That young lens is fogged up on me again. Let me clean that lens. Now that's a lot better. Got a pretty good fish right there. Get him back in the water. Try to get another one right here on this drop. Nice fish. Nice one. Yeah, there you go. All right, folks. It's Monday night. Bill, my fishing buddy Bill's back from Dale Holland. We up here on Norris. Bill, what are you thinking?
Buddy, I tell you what, it tickled dead to be back. I knocked out smallmouth fish here in the last few weeks. Did good to do with some walleye fishing, which you told us about. Had a real trip to Dale Hollow walleye. Man, I tell you the truth, it's just one of them things.
I know, Bill. Yeah, it sure is. We've sent Paul their prayers and his wife Karen there, and hope everything works out for them.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he had that little problem over there, and he had to come back home. We already had one in the boat, lost 2 more. We was fixing to have a real night, but at 11:30 he had to leave.
Right. Well, anyway, Bill, we're up here on Norris on Monday night, and I don't know what day of the week it is. What is today's date, Bill?
That's the 17th, I believe it is.
Okay. We're hoping to get a little moonlight here.
We'll have moon here in a short time, son. We really will.
Yeah, and we're going out here and see if we can catch a few of these smallmouth and get a good bite, Bill. That's what we're after.
That's right, I'm looking forward to it, son. I'm needing one jerk on my bait bad.
All right, we're gonna get on them, folks. Hope to be back with you shortly. Remember our sponsors and went by Edgemore Outdoors there this afternoon and picked up a few more plastics, and want to thank Jim for keeping everything stocked up for us there at Edgemore, and man, he was working on them bows. There's guys from everywhere coming in there with their bows. So if you bow hunters, remember that. Jim's got a full line of bow accessories there and bows for sale, and they maintenance them and fix them up and all that good stuff. So remember Edgemore Outdoors for sure, and all my sponsors. Want to thank every one of them, and we'll get back with you. So now, Bill, we got it. Yes, sir.
The first fish of the night. We've missed one and catch one.
Yeah, boy. Sure have, Billy. All right, back to the water and let's get another one. What do you think?
Let's do that. Okay,
all right.
Here.
On the other side.
I'm afraid I might fall in.
There he goes, buddy. All righty. All right, folks. Old Bill's got another fish. That's our second fish, Bill.
Look at there. He's got a mouthful.
He sure has.
A mouthful of jig.
Yeah, he sure has, buddy. Yes, sir. He definitely has.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be hard to get off. He just right up for there. Look at there.
Yeah, boy. Just come right out, didn't he?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, man. That's a good one, Bill.
I'm gonna let you turn him loose. I'm afraid I might fall in.
I got you. I'm gonna put him on this other side over here, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
There he goes, Bill. He's gone. Get another one, old buddy. All right. Folks, old Bill's got another fish in the boat here. Attaboy, Bill.
He ain't very big, but he's a fighter.
Yeah. He is that jumping all over the top of that water.
Yeah.
Sure was. That fish was in there on the bank,
sir,
folks.
Real, buddy.
On the steep bank, and he was in there close. All right. Back in the water, we get another. All right, old Bill's got a fish on there now. Yeah, boy, Billy. Oh, he running another net. Yeah, I got him in. All right. Boy.
Why are we catching them little fish?
I don't know, Bill. I don't know what's going on.
I really don't know either, son. That ain't supposed
to happen. No, them big fish ought to be biting, Bill. But they sure don't seem to be. Or they ain't wanting it. Yes, sir. I don't know. Got that hook. There we go. Yeah. Got him now, bud.
Yes, sir.
That's a pretty decent fish. He ain't no monster, but he's a nice fish.
Yeah, he sure is, old buddy. Yeah.
We just got to figure out. We're having a tough time figuring out what they're wanting, ain't we, Bill?
Yes, sir. We sure are, old buddy. Yes,
all
sir.
Right, back in the water he goes.
Back in the water.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get another.
Okay,
all right, folks. I got one in there in. He ain't a big fish either, but he's a good, pretty decent fish, Bill.
It ain't no lie there, son. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'll take them all night.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we.
Hey, as the old boy says, just fishing for the pool.
Yeah, and we just kind of getting on them. I don't know.
I think that's the truth. Yes,
yeah.
Sir. We've had a little hard time of getting.
All right, Bill's been wanting one of them good ones.
Yes, sir.
Got a little.
That's a nice one there.
Yeah, boy.
We've had a hard time of coming at them, but
yeah,
maybe we're at him, buddy.
I hope so, Bill. I hope so. All right, I'm gonna get him off, and we're gonna try to get another.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Good deal. That's all right, man. I should have put you a cutoff point. Folks, we're back, and I hope you enjoyed that fish and that fishing that Bill and Wesley and I done there and over a 2 or 3 trip period, and caught some good fish, Bill.
Sure did, son. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure did. We caught some pretty good fish, and they weren't all big fish, but we did have 2 or 3 good fish a trip, and they's some nice ones. Plus, I had that big catfish there at Tuesday night. I was up there by myself, and man, I had to get the blood. That thing, I had my hand down in that thing's mouth. I wasn't about to lose that jig.
No, that's right.
I done made up my mind. If I had to cut his head off, I was going to get my bait back. Yes, sir. They're hard to come by for some reason or another.
I know what you mean, old buddy.
Yeah, but anyway. Let's talk about the depth of water, Bill, that we're fishing and setting the boat in, and I got the water temperature was about 74 degrees.
Yes, sir.
And
what we got to remember is this right here, where we was catching fish here a month, 5 weeks ago, the fish is not there no more because the water has fell where you can't fish those kind of places no more.
Right.
You have to find new places, and that's what we're looking for, new places.
Yep.
And we know the lake well enough that we've been able to get where they fish has moved to.
Yeah, I agree.
And they ain't quit biting, that's for sure. Except they just not where they used to be.
Yep.
They have moved out, and they're not as deep as they used to be.
Nope.
Now some of them are, and some of them not. Some of them is at about 18 feet.
Yep.
And some of them is 25 still, 26, 27.
Yeah.
But you have to be in the right place. Have to be in the right place out there where there's 35, 40 feet of water still.
Yeah.
And the fish is there. You just got to fish a little harder for them.
Right. Well, another thing too, Bill, me and you commented on it up there the other night. We just got one here and one there.
That's right.
And had been catching 3, 4, 5, and sometimes 6 off of one place.
One place, and that's the reason.
Yeah.
The water is going down and the fish is moving.
Yep.
And the bait's not going to stay there either. Bait's going to move also.
Right.
The bait's going to stay where it's best for them, where the water temperature is best for them, and the fish is going to follow the bait out there to the depth where they want to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. And basically, folks, we're still throwing the same black and green. What's that green color you called it, Mike? Watermelon. We're throwing black or watermelon, and black with a black trailer and black with a watermelon trailer.
Yeah,
and
right.
Basically the same baits we've been throwing all summer.
All summer, really. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But it's just in different places, and still not got them fish to hit anything pretty much any more than 2 or 3 strands of orange. You can forget it.
That's right. They're not even under this moon. Orange is always pretty dependable, but I've noticed that under this moon the orange is not paying off unless you got very small amount of it.
Yeah. I think you had, 4 strands?
Yeah.
4 little old strands of that orange rubber on your jig there the other night.
That's right.
And wound up pulling it out, didn't you?
Yeah,
So
Joe did.
yes.
Pull them out, and I think I wound up with 1 strand of orange in it.
Yeah.
And they done pretty good on it after I
Actually,
got rid of it.
Yeah, and used to, when the moon got full, a solid orange chunk.
That's right.
But you can't get a bite on it now.
No, I don't know what's changed about it, but you're exactly right.
Yeah,
I got a whole bag of dang trailers that we've, some of them just the tips of it, and some of them we covered half of it with orange.
Yeah.
It's left over from last year.
Yeah.
We colored up and try and put it back on there and try it again. They will not hit
I
it.
Will not take it.
No, it's they're finicky as I don't know what. It's amazing what the least little bit of thing will make a difference up there. It sure is. Mike, let's get into this casting distance thing here. You was gonna tell us about this free line and you bait down and all that kind of stuff.
When you throw out and your line tight and you hold your rod steady and that thing hits the water out there, it sinks down and you lose a third of your cast or more depending on the depth.
I agree.
And if you throw out and just let your line fall when it hits and it comes straight to the bottom, and you get more coverage that way on the bottom. You're fishing, but it might.
If you're fishing out there like 35, 40 feet away, and when your bait hits the water and it's got to go 25 feet, you're wasting half of your cast.
Yes.
Unless you free spool it. I free my line down with my hand.
Yeah.
I want it to fall before it hits the water.
Yes, sir. I do too.
I catch, and I know Steve does, and I know Mike does. I've watched them both. We catch a lot of fish on the cast.
Yeah.
And when it drops down there to right where we throwed, bam, there he is.
First pickup, he got it.
That's
Exactly.
right.
And I don't know how far that fish came to get that thing.
I don't either.
But it's like when it hits the bottom, he's either on it, or when you pick it up, he's on it.
Yes, sir.
And
One of the two.
One of the two. And then the next cast, you get a bite right out there at the boat.
Yes, sir.
So
right under the boat.
Yeah, and but that's the way they're scattered. I mean, there's one over here that you think he's in that 22, 25 foot of water because that's where you threw at.
Yeah.
But he may have come from 30 feet out here to get it.
That's
I mean,
right.
I don't know how good. I mean, I've just been told they got good eyesight
Well,
and vibration and all that.
It's one thing they have got.
Yeah,
They have got a good listener.
that's right.
That parallel line on them tells them where they're at and what's going on.
Yeah, so that thing thumps the bottom.
Yeah.
And they know it, and they're right there to get it. But,
just like that dog, they can hear stuff that you can't hear.
yeah, but
Yeah.
the free lining their baits down I think really helps us because it's always about percentages, and the more area you cover, the better chance you got of getting the fish.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to throw out there, and not get my bait on the bottom where it hits the water at.
No, I don't either.
I
I want my bait go to the bottom where my bait hits.
That's right, I do too. And but that's what we were talking about. Mentioned that last week, and wanted to demonstrate that. So if you're fishing deep and you're not doing that, you might want to try it and get increase your coverage with your bait instead of losing it half of it or a third of it on the cast, getting it down there deep.
That's pretty much the same thing you do when you're paralleling the banks. Try to get your bait to stay in that strike zone or in that area
Right.
more than what it is running out here when it's way off the bottom or throwing into the bank, and you got to wind it slow because it's digging into the bottom, and
Right.
then just hit just a few feet of that zone, and then it's back out of it again. So
Right.
Yep.
you parallel it to keep it in that area where the fish is at.
I agree. And Bill, you and Paul caught them walleye out there at Del Hollow. What? How deep was it?
And it were from 20 to 25 feet. Most of them came from 25 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's
Vertical jigging.
vertical digging up down with a spoon.
That's
And what we do on that, and everybody that I know at walleye fishes, they'll set up the lights and draw the minnows.
Yep.
And if you don't get the minnows, you ain't gonna get no walleye. But we were lucky enough. The wind hurt us a couple of nights, and for when the wind gets to blowing and sloshing around and making waves, the minnows will scatter, but they'll stay right there pretty close. But they'll be everywhere, around the boat and all. And we would like a calm night, and that's when we done our best. On 120 is the latest I fished any night over there. We had 7 at 120 and we quit. And one night we had 8 a little after 11 o'clock, and I can't stand it all night no way, Mike and Steve. I get it, if I'm going to have to fish all night, I ain't worth a nickel the next night. So we had 8 one night and quit at 11:30.
Right.
you was talking about that depth. That seems to be about the same as the crappie.
Well, you're exactly right. I noticed you fishing them crappie when I got to go with you down there 25, 30 feet. Well, the walleye is sitting right on 25 feet right now. Back in June when I was down there, I got to go fishing a couple of times in June. 25 to 28 feet was the thing. But right now they're sitting on 25 feet, and that's it. And the minnows come in real good at that depth.
So it seems to be on all the lakes right now, the way the temperatures and stuff's going, that the fish is kind of holding in that range.
Yeah.
At
Well,
20,
the water
25.
temperature down on Dale is falling real good too. Where it was 86, 87 degrees down there, It's down now, 72, 73.
Yeah, I've seen. I don't know how many people down there when we was crappie fishing was already throwing top water
Yeah,
stuff, you know.
yeah. I guarantee that a lot of the people that I seen down at the holler wasn't nobody fishing at night except me and Paul.
Yeah.
We seen a few houseboats on the water, but had lights on and everything. But as far as fishermen, everybody's fishing daytime, and they was fishing over that grass and top water baits, and some of them are trolling during the day, but very few people was fishing at night.
Yeah.
Well, when that weather's enjoyable enough to get out there in the daytime,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
But that,
yeah.
Trying to make it through that 80s and 90 degree temperatures during the day.
Yeah, that's pretty tough, ain't it?
Makes it rough now.
Yes, sir.
It sure does. You come in and you're blistered.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got the fishing report from Dale Holler from Bill, and Mike, I know Tony Gallaher's just dying to call in, but he may not call. He's pretty disappointed about the crappie fishing. But anyway, tell us about your and Tony's trip.
Yes, I stopped by and picked him up there, and we eased down and got us a few minnows and got down to Candy Creek and put in, and went out there and started hitting a few places that I knowed, and then he knowed pretty much the same places there. We started catching a few crappie and caught a lot of bluegill and small crappie too. And altogether, I'd say we probably had around 30 crappie, but had 18 keepers and had several nice ones there. I mean, some big ones. And we caught a few catfish and drum and red eyes and stuff, you know. Seemed to be about everything a biting.
Joe Sand goes fishing for the pull.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Don't mind what it is, just as long as it pulls good.
There was some nice crappie in there. I mean, tell you, it surprised me that they coming back again. I guess they've been out there deep or something. I don't know, but it's good to see them coming back in there.
Oh, yeah, it sure is, though, buddy. Yeah. I done heard about them good ones there.
Yes.
15, 16-inch crappie. That's what I like to hear about.
Yeah. I think Tony had a pretty good time with us. He called wanting to go back again, so
Good.
we can. So we may try to go. See what they're doing.
Well, listen, we got a schedule change here. Brad left me a note here. They changed the football game. Anderson County had to move their football game. We hoped that the other two shows that we missed would cover us for the year, but undoubtedly not. Anderson County just called him today or last night late or the night before, and then this morning early, and they've changed their football game from Friday, October the 28th to Thursday the 27th. Well, that just falls right in line with our show, and Brad can't do both, so he's wanting to know if we want to record a show for then, or we'll have to cancel, and you know. So you guys decide what we want to do right quick, so we can let people know we either going to have a pre-recorded show next week, or we won't have a show at all.
What time are they going to show it though? I mean, is it going to be
I don't.
Ball game?
I'm assuming so, because that's what we done the last time we done that, was showed it from 6 to 7. There's nothing says here about at the time frame to show it, but you have the replay on Saturday.
Yeah.
But that's a decision we got to come up with, and we need to do that pretty quick. We'll talk about that. We'll take a break with the commercials here in a few minutes, and we'll make a decision so we can let the viewers know whether we're either going to be on the air or hold off.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the crappie report, and
Has
Bill.
you got the film? You gonna show it?
On the crappie?
Yeah.
Well, we've just got, what time is it? Is it
Quarter to.
we've got 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some, how much you think you got?
Not much.
Okay. Hey, Dylan, can you show us that crappie film Mike brought in? All right, man, run it. Sounds good. Well, at least this way, Bill, what Mike's telling us, we can look at the film and see if it's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. Like they said, a picture won't lie.
That's right, buddy. You're not a kid now.
All right. We'll get Dylan to show us that here in just a second. God, if you're ready, do it. There we go.
All right, folks. There's your big old crappie. I'm down here on Watch Bar with Tony Gallagher. And he done got one there in the live well. I'm going to put him another one in there. That's a dandy right there. And we're going to put a few more minnows on here and see what we can do with these crappie today. Maybe we'll get a mess of them. Anyway, don't take many like that to make a good mess, does it? All right, stick with us and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, Tony, how many we got in there? We've got 15 or 20 in there, I guess. Got some dandies in there, too. I mean, some dandy crappie. So, get you some minnows and get down here and get after them is all I can tell you, because they are biting a little bit. So we'll take them home and knock the hide off of them and have them for supper.
There you go. Sounds like a good day.
That sounds like a dandy, don't it?
Steve don't know what he missed out on, does he?
No, Steve won't know what he missed out on. So anyway, remember the sponsors, folks, and tell Steve, let's go fishing.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
Looks like, Mike, something must have happened there, because we got the last part of it in that box full of crappie, but we never saw you catch any.
Yeah, I know it.
Huh?
I know it.
So, Dylan, you may have to reschedule that at a later date and show Mike's crappie there, him and Tony, unless you can pull it back up.
No, we seen it.
We done seen it? Okay, looked like a pretty good box full of crappie, Bill.
Yes, sir. Had 18 out of it.
18,
Yeah.
that's
Right quick, we're not going to have a show. I got the Midway High School Bass Club. Some of those fishermen was going to be here next week with me, but since I've received this letter, I'm going to put them off till November the 3rd. We won't do a show next week, and we'll come back November the 3rd.
I think that would be the best.
Give us a chance to catch some fish and get some film and do some other things.
Football season is about over for the high school.
Yeah. It's going to be playoff here before you know it, and they usually all take place on Friday. The whole part, I've told you guys, the viewers before, the reason for this is because they can't get enough officials to cover all the games.
Right.
And so, Mike, I'm going to get you signed up. Yeah. Bill, that's the thing, huh? And then we'll know where he'll be on Friday night.
I don't know
He
if I
won't
can
be-
run that much anymore.
He won't be up on the... Well, you can be the timekeeper or something.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. That's what we need to do is sign up some of these guys that's fishing on Friday night, Bill.
Yeah, buddy, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, Lordy, that's awful for me to think that, ain't it? Yeah, have the lake to herself.
Keep them off the lake so me and you can be there.
Yeah, volunteer them. That's exactly right. But that's the whole deal is they're having a hard time getting enough officials to cover all the games, so they happen to have some on Thursday night. So we'll just put our show off till the following week, and we'll be back on October the 3rd.
November the 3rd.
November the 3rd, excuse me. You're right, Bill. November the 3rd. We'll be back on the air and hopefully have some good things going on. Right quick, well, I'm sure a lot of you are aware that we got the FLW on Norris. We got some of our local anglers in that. Today was the first day of competition, and David Williams from Madden, North Carolina is leading the thing with 15.1 pounds, and we'll get that call and go from there. Hello, Tony.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. You?
I'm doing good. I just called in and talked to the pro over there.
Yeah, I know. You heard me volunteering for these high school football games, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I like that.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
I put Mike in on it.
Yeah, that's right. They keep him off the lake. More water for me and Bill to fish. Yes.
I done found out, Steve, why you don't fish with him, because he puts me in the catfish hose back in the bluegill hose.
Yeah.
It's all crappie.
Yeah, he's done about 4 or 5 people the same way. He sure has, Tom.
Next time I go, I'm going to have a fishing rod as long as that boat.
Hey, Tony, you ain't the only one he's done that to. I've been that way. I've been down that road myself. I caught a lot of catfish and a lot of bluegill, but he caught all the crappie. I couldn't catch one.
He didn't do me that way. I caught a few too. He just caught the big one.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, old buddy.
Yeah, buddy. We like to aggravate him because but I'm accused. I know what he does. He's done me. He'll sit right there and catch all of them, buddy, and you're back there and can't get a bite.
He done me the whole different. You get on, ain't he?
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, it looked like he's had a good time in a box full of fish, man.
He had some good in there. We had a good time all that time. I appreciate you taking me.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll talk to you later, and have a good weekend.
Okay, hey, you just do the same, Aaron. I guess if Mike don't have to work, you and him going back, I guess.
All right, well, just give me a holler. We'll see you.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, bud.
All right, see you. Okay. And, Mike, you done told us about how deep you caught them.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Back to the FLW tournament on Norris. David Williams from Madden, North Carolina, is leading the thing, and today was the first day of fishing with 15.1 pounds. And then James Watson from Nix, Missouri, had 13.10 pounds, was in second. Jason Lambert from down at Pickwick Dam area, he had 12.14 pounds, 12 pound 1400 or 14 ounces. So he almost had 13 pounds. He's in third place. Derek Blake from down at Rockwood, and we know Derek. He had 12.4 pounds. Wesley Strader, no Wesley, from Spring City, he had 10.11. And then Bill Dunn from up Maynardville had 10.1 pounds. So that was the top 6. Bill, there's several of our local anglers fishing this thing. Mike Melton, B.J. Henderson, Brandon Card, Charlie Lane.
Yeah.
Let me think. Bolin from down here at Blow Rock, down in Rockwood area, he's in 15th place. Let's see.
I would say, and I'm going to me and you done talked about going to the weigh-in tomorrow, which is Friday, which was the second day. I'd say every one of them fish right there, men that we know that really, really good fishermen were fishing for smallmouth. I don't believe that any of these fellows right here had smallmouth. I believe every one of them had largemouth and Kentuckys. I don't know that. I don't know that for sure. I will find out, though.
Yeah.
But, hey, tomorrow might be a different story. Them old smallmouth is hard to come by up there during the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
And unless this water's changing some. We got a cold front coming in here tonight. It'll affect the largemouth and Kentuckys more than it will the smallmouth. On these cold fronts, them smallmouth like that. They don't care how rough the weather gets.
That's
the
right.
rougher it gets, the better they are.
I agree. I agree with you.
You know, I figured 10 pound a day would be a good catch up there.
Oh, I'd say you're right too, Mike. Yeah, I'd
3
say
days,
you're right.
10
Yeah.
pound a day, you know, I figured around 30 pound to win the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them guys may hit a good day, and then next 2 days may not be so good for them.
No, and you're right.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. Jonathan Bolin was the guy. I couldn't come up with Jonathan's first name, but he was in 15th place, I believe. But some of our area fishermen that's been pretty dang tough to beat up there didn't have any.
Didn't have no fish.
Yeah, sure did.
Saturday's going to be a bluebird day too, ain't it?
Well,
Yeah.
Friday is. Yeah, supposed to be
It's
Friday.
supposed to clear back
No,
off tomorrow.
Saturday. Saturday's supposed to be.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm like you, Bill. If it gets rough there tomorrow, you could have a boatload of them
That's
smallies.
exactly right.
I
Sure
mean,
can,
you
son.
sure you could. If you're not buy the thing today, and tomorrow they could hit everything and hit the
Yeah,
bottom.
that's right. Them there smallmouth don't care for that there. The better it, rougher it gets, the better they like it.
I agree 100%. Right quick, let's talk about the sponsors, what we got going on here. Got a couple of things going on. Talked with Glenn at Reynolds Racing and Marine today, and he's got a couple of bay boats in, some new boats down there at his place that you guys, I'm assuming they're center. I hadn't got to go down and look at them. The center consoles, probably more than likely. But he's got a new line of boats there. You probably ought to check them out. He's having a Halloween special sale on all four-wheeler tires. He's got a bunch of tires down there for those side-by-sides and four-wheelers. So, you know, if you're needing some tires, it'd be a good thing to go by there and check with him. And then winterizing your boat, folks. You know, it's supposed to get cold tonight or tomorrow, 67. We've been in the 80s, but winter is coming. And if your boat's sitting out there, you might want to think about getting it winterized while they got time to do it, because once it freezes, it's too late.
Too late, old buddy. I tell you what, I've seen a lot of people over the years, son, that just don't take care of their fishing outfits during the wintertime. Man, that's one of the things that I know you do, and that's one of the things that I always done. I made sure that my boat was ready to go regardless of what kind of day it was or anything. I made sure that it was serviced and ready to go.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of people not never take good care of their boats, and that's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah. Well, if you're not going to use it, then you need to get it winterized for sure, especially if it's sitting outside in a carport or under a shed or under a tarp. You need to have it checked out, and then, you know, even putting additives in your gasoline.
Yep.
That's the number one thing is the additives in the gas, but number two is check that oil in the foot, because if there's water in that foot and it freezes,
it's
usually going to bust that foot.
That's right. That's anywhere from $1,200 to $2,400.
Yeah, and they'll go now. They're over 5,000.
Yeah.
So for the newer motors and stuff, and that's a new one naturally, you know, a replacement. And if you got a new one and you want a new one replacement, that's what you want. But you're looking at about $5,000. So it's well worth a little bit of oil and checking it and having somebody else check it for
Yep.
you.
That's exactly right.
Can't beat that. Remember all the sponsors, folks, and Tim's Tires. He's got plenty of tires down there. Winter's coming on. If you need a set, make sure you check with him. Corner Lot Trading, they've still got some mulch and stone and stuff like that down there. It'd be, you know, they'd make you a heck of a deal. Like I said the other week, he's wanting to liquidate. So, got 60 seconds. Okay. And remember the rest of the sponsors: Citizens First Bank, Edgemore Outdoors. I want to thank Jim for making the baits available for us, and so on. And the candy store, Pamela Ann's Fudge and Candies. Just remember all of Rome Street Grill. I mean, just on and on. I want to thank every one of them. Listen, God bless you. Don't remember, don't forget, we won't be back till November the 3rd.
November the 3rd.
November the 3rd.
We'll have some good ones for
We
you.
have some good.
2 weeks.
All right. Okay. You got us off, hadn't you, Dylan? Yeah, we're good there.